Just draw into some stuff. We get to connive. Get rid of the Defiler of Dreams. 2 of them into hand. To give you +1/+1 until end of turn. 8, 12. I think that was just enough there. Hello all, Bouncy Bear here, for another Wildcard Wednesday. This video will be coming out on Thursday, so I apologise for that. I was feeling pretty rough yesterday, so I basically spent all day in bed. Still don't really know whether I had COVID or not, or still do, but test kits are on their way, so we might know by the end of this video, who knows. Today we have been mucking around with Monoblue for like the last couple of weeks. I've been experimenting with this in Azorius, with this in Boros, with this in is it Jeskai? Yeah, blue, red, white. I don't know. We've been mucking about with this, and I finally decided to just go, hey, F it. Let's just go flyers, because like it's basically unblockable if you have enough of them, right? Flyers, and let's just go Monoblue, because I don't need particularly all the faff of doing it 2 or 3 colours. And there's enough good stuff at the minute where it's kind of like, yeah, it's okay to run mono-coloured decks. Like, everything's power level's pretty high. Like, Mono Black's like top tier at the minute, or it was last I checked. So there we are. We're playing Monoblue Flyers. It's instant. It's a weird instant and sorcery creature deck. So we're running Delver, obviously. We're running a lot of low cost instants and sorceries. We're running stuff to protect our precious creatures, and we're running Haughty Djinn, who is great. Haughty Djinn is in like every blue deck ever, which is part of the reason why we're running Monoblue, because getting 2 blue in a 2-color deck is harder than you'd think on turn 3, or even on turn 4 sometimes. Sometimes you just don't get there, especially if you're running 3 colors. It just makes stuff really awkward to play around, which is why we're playing Monoblue. But anyway, so he makes instants and sorceries cost 1 less, which is great. And his power is equal to the number of instants and sorcery cards in your graveyard. There was an old card that used to run this. I can't remember what its name was. It was something like Spell Piercer, Manticore, or something. I had a deck like maybe 12, 15 years ago now that was Izzet, and it used basically this, but this makes stuff cost less. So power creep is a thing. With that, we're running Ledger Shredder because, hey, I've been drafting a metric F-ton, and I got the rares to actually make them. It's 2 mana for a 1/3. Whenever a player casts their second spell each turn, it connives, which we do get quite a lot. The nice thing about this is that it tends to take kill spells. People really do not like Ledger Shredder. They don't like Delver on turn 1 and turn 2, but on like turn 3, 4, and 5, they really don't like Ledger Shredder. If it's a choice between the Ledger Shredder and the Haughty Djinn, sometimes people do pick the Ledger Shredder, just because I think it has that kind of notoriety. It's got that like table hate around it, which is great for us because we've got Haughty Djinn. We're also running Cemetery Illuminator because I don't think I've ever used this. It's a spirit. It's the Cemetery card from Innistrad in blue. It's not come in handy as of yet. I think there's enough card draw in here that it doesn't really matter.
but it's 3 mana for a 2/3 with flying, and when it enters, you get to exile a card from a graveyard, which is way, way, way underrated. You get to just exile it as well. It doesn't come back, but you can look at the top card of your library anytime, and once each turn you can cast a spell from the top of your library if it shares a card type with it, which is great. And if it attacks, you get to exile another thing, and it's another card that lets you draw the hate away from the haughty djinn, because people don't like this stuff getting exiled, and they tend to just look at the top line and then go, oh, it does annoying things, let's kill it. So there you go. We're also running Thirst for Discovery, which lets us draw a bunch. Inspired Idea, which lets us draw a bunch. Memory Deluge, which lets us draw a bunch. Vesuvian Duplimancy, which is really content. I think there's going to be a deck out there at some point that that uses this really well, but because it's mythic and it costs 4, it's just on the back burner now. Until someone makes a ridiculously good deck with this, you're not going to see anyone playing this. But that's why it's in there, just for content, really. We don't have that much that targets our stuff anyway, like Fading Hope, Shore Up, Slip Out the Back. But there you go. And we're running Defiler of Dreams, who makes blue permanents have the ability to cost Phyrexian, which is useful. What's more useful is whenever you cast a blue permanent, draw a card. And what's even more useful is that it's a 4/3 with flying, which, it's not that big, but hey, it's big enough to get us there. It's like 4/3 is way bigger than a 1/3 that you have to connive up to, or 9/4 that's just gonna die, or a 2/3 with flying. So this deck doesn't really have the I've just realized I haven't done my lands. That's annoying. If we go Kamigawa and Dominaria, put one in there. Get rid of you. 23. I've lost my place. I'm so ill. Sorry. But anyway, this is just useful. It's just useful as this. In fact, I'm gonna go with 22 and a non-basic, and I'm gonna put another Slip Out the Backup. I'm gonna put Slip Out the Backup because I feel like we are really intolerant to board wipes. If we get quite a lot of stuff out, having a Slip Out the Back's useful, because we can slip out the back a haughty djinn, which can get the damage in next turn and keep pressure on. But there you go. I'm also gonna just change my sleeves real quick. Something blue, preferably. Or a kitty cat. Everyone loves a kitty cat, right? Let's go with a cat. Because why not? All the rest of that's fine. Anyway, I think you've heard enough of me waffling whilst a bit ill. I think it's time to get down to it. Delver on 1's good. Having 2 haughty djinns is real good. Drawing into land is even better. Him not having a Fading Hope is way better. Him having a kill spell, not quite as good. Fateful Absence, show me it. Decline. Nope. That's even better because I've got to Slip Out the Back, I guess. Would have been nice to not draw into land in a way, but we've got enough to be set up this game. Slip Out the Back. I could have actually not done that and then just spent the clue, to be fair. That would have been like equally as good. Decline. Sadly, no sorceries for Bobby this game. Haughty djinn. Swing in with the 2/2 Delver. Feels good. Yeah, that's fair. Keyboard, Shore Up. Reveal that though.
Let's just go with another djiin. I know it isn't protected, but we got a blocker, so it's good. Yeah, I can resolve that. That's fine. Inspired idea. Mic check 1, 2. Play a land. Play a consider maybe. Yeah. Delver's not great. Already got Delver. Getting 8 damage in is great. But yeah. Ew. Ew. This is even better. Bouncy, bouncy, fun time. Swinging for 8. GG. That's how the deck's meant to play. It's just nonsense. I'm gonna keep because there's a consider on 1. Need to get into land really quick. Okay. Land. Hill. Yeah. Another Ledger Shredder's real good. Yeah, we can, next turn, I think it's Ledger Shredder, hold out, slip out the back again. Or it could just be the djiin. I guess we attack. Ledger Shredder, hold up, slip out the back. That's the one kind of awkward thing about Ledger Shredder, is that it doesn't really connive until you play 2 things, sadly. Graveyard Trespasser really annoys me because I only have 1 copy of it, mainly. Orkies. Real Orkies. I can get 2 in. I can slip out the back the Delver so that I can get my connive in. Don't need that yet. Don't need you at the min. Get 4 in. If I had kept a slip out the back there, that would have been nice as well. Because something's probably going to die this turn. Who knows, maybe 2 things are going to die this turn. Gets rid of the deluge, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. It's probably giving me a 5 mana deluge, so I don't need that anytime soon anyway. Decline. Ugh, I guess we thirst, right? There's not much we can do but thirst. Should have maybe got attacks in first. That's fair. Decline. Get rid of both of those because we need the land. Kind of need to shore you up so I can get the connive in. Get rid of a haughty djiin. And swing another 4/6. That's the problem if you're not drawing cards and land and cards and stuff at the exact right moments with Ledger Shredder. It just makes the whole deck go a bit wonky. Like, at the minute, I need more land. Because with the thirst there, I could have got rid of a plains. Might get rid of the deluge again. Yeah, no blocks. Hoping the Delver's going to get powered up, because that's 7 in. Get rid of the Delver. I guess thirst again. Decline, get rid of the Illuminator and the haughty djiin. That's annoying. Yeah, hold up, slip out the back. For this turn, Mercy's gonna get in 6, right? So we can just swing that in. Slip out the back now so that we get the connive. Get rid of Fading Hope. Because that's now a 5/7, so I need to just cast 2 things next turn and protect the Ledger Shredder. Which is a pretty tall order, but it could work. If he's running low on kill spells, it could work. He's going to get rid of the Inspired Idea, that's fair. I get a draw in though, and Deluge is an instant, and Inspired Idea is not. So if he does anything when that phases back in, I do get to draw, I think. Because is that the start of its controller's next turn? Is the start of my turn upkeep and draw, or what? Oh, that's good. That's really good for me. Yeah, chances are I probably won. We think, because that's 1. That's freaking annoying. If those just cost 1 less, good game. Yeah, if either of those were a Consider or a Fading Hope, I would have won. That was pretty close though. Pretty fucking close. If the Ledger Shredder had just been a haughty djiin instead, how big would that be at the minute? 7/4. Yeah. Yeah. That's just the way she goes sometimes. I should have maybe tried to play less around Ledger Shredder. That's really awkward. I shouldn't have kept that, really. Whoops. I guess we've got our Consider anyway, so that's, like, nice. Has to attacks. Consider. Do not need a second one of you. Delver's pretty good. Yeah. Let's do a Thirst. See if we can get some land to discard. Yeah, that's looking a little better. We got land to play. We got a Delver. Yes, Delver. Stuff to protect Delver with. Always nice too. Could just not block him. I always regret, like, take action. Yeah. Showed you, Mr. Shakedown Heavy, didn't I? Let's consider. Illuminator's not that bad, really. I guess. Reveal. I can go with an Illuminator and exile summon. I can play Otawara anyway, so that's 5. Let's just get rid of a Sorin, if we can. Yeah, that's fair. We were gonna do that anyway. Ooh. Yeah, let's play City. Let's play Cemetery Illuminator. Let us land, I guess. Yeah, let's go with land. Let's go with land, end turn, hold everyone at rest, or, you know, whatever. Slip out the back, I guess. He might have another grasp for that, but if he's wasting 2 grasps, I'm more than happy. Yeah, I know I've got a djiin coming this turn, this next turn rather, and I can play Inspired Idea and Haughty Djinn, hopefully get into land. And again, I'm at the stage now where I don't really need more than take action, more than like 4 cards. So we play a djinn. We have an Inspired Idea for 2. We play some land, and we hold shore up. Get 3 in that way, and 3 in that way. Hey, I can play instants off the top of my deck too, in that. Ain't that handy? When all you get is frickin' creatures. Is that not just the handiest thing you ever done see? Resolve. Resolve. Take action. Draw your bloody cards. I bet there's a hook in there. And you can hook for 4 now as well, which is frickin' irritating. Yeah, we're just gonna shore you up, bud. You can only hook for 2 now. I wouldn't have grasped that one. I would have grasped the djinn. Because you can't be thingy in me now. Problem with Memory Deluge now is that I only actually get to draw, get to look at the top 3 and then put 2 in. Slip out of the back in Defiler of Dreams, I guess. Because I would not be picking a Defiler of Dreams at the minute. If at all possible. Let's just lay the law down here. Let's get 9 in. Hold up the Aberration to block the Underdog. And turn. Slip out the back's great because it protects us against a hook for 4. In a way, I kind of hope that he hooks for 4. If he's got the land, which he does not. I can protect against 1 kill spell, and he can only play 2. So either way, I'm going to have a 9/4, just letting loose. Draw a card, why not? I could have just taken that, to be fair, as well. I haven't taken any damage, so that's great. Pass the blocks. Let's just go no blocks. Pass the damage. You never know, I might need that extra 3 and he might have something that gains him life as well. And we are on 20. Really, I should have said, nah, no cards for you. I'm feeling for him though, to be fair. He's drawn a good 17 cards and only 5 of those have been land, apparently. So, it's pretty disgusting. GG. Mic drop. Oh, okay. I guess we get rid of the... I guess we get rid of Delver, right? Or the Insectile Aberration, shall I say. Yeah, good game. Bye! I meant for that to be the GG button again, so there we go. No, 17. Let's see what you got for me, bud. Delver's good in start hand, and Inspired Ideas pretty good in start hand. You know, I'm beginning to think I could probably take the Deluges out, but they are real handy, and they're not a bad card to discard early on, which is always nice. Inspired Idea, I kind of like better than Deluge. Especially because if you have a haughty djinn out, Inspired Idea only actually costs 2, whereas Deluge costs a whole 3. I know. But it is way harder to play something that costs 3 than it is something that costs 2. 2 just fits in nicely, because we don't really run anything that costs 2 other than the Ledger Shredder. Which is maybe why the deck ain't running so great. Circle of Confinement on the Delver. Ugh. Yeah. See, nothing to do on 2. I think maybe I cut a Deluge and maybe a land, and then put some kind of 2-mana draw spell on, or some kind of 2-mana interaction. I don't know. My oh, that's not great either. My kind of thesis on running a lot of 1-drop things is that you can play 2 1-drops, whereas you can only play 1 2-drop thing. But then it's like you've got to draw into the 1-drops, which you need a little bit of mana to do with this. You need to get up to 3 for a good draw. Consider is just that. It's a consider, you know? It's like, what can I maybe do? Whereas draw is like, hey, I now have a new game plan. Okay. Fair dues, mate. Fair dues. Let's just Deluge. Well, I guess we'll put the 2 things that aren't landing. Right? Three mana. 3/3 with haste. No. Kamanos. And no land. That's good for me, though. It's pretty good for me. Speaking of, not really that good for me. We get the circle back in his hand. We've got to slip out the back for him when he tries and does that next turn anyway. Plus, if he doesn't draw into land, that takes up all his turn, which is always good fun. But yeah, this is what this deck does. It just kind of interacts in funny ways and does wobbly stuff like this. Haha, lol, nope. Should get hoodies printed. Lol, nope. Wedded out, draw a bunch. Usually works for me, no attacks in turn. Oh, it's so much damage in. Just slip you out the back. Reveal! Go like that. We can have an Inspired Idea again. Draw in. Go no attacks, end turn. Intrepid Adversary is fine. Yeah, whatever. Ooh, pass to attacks first, just in case he's got land lurking somewhere. So get rid of the Initiate. Another creature would be nice. I shouldn't have done that. I should not have done that. Pass the blocks. Go here. Pass the damage. Consider. I need something that gains me life really in here as well. stuff costing less is always good. We get to Thirst as well. Drop the island off. And we can hold up. Not a lot. Could just play another Haughty Djinn. That would be pretty naughty, wouldn't it? Really. Is he gonna have something with haste next turn? Probably. Yeah, sort of. Guess we take the instance. No attacks. We'll be attacking with a Haughty Djinn next turn anyway. Hoping to draw into something else good. What have I even got down here? I've got 2 Cemetery Illuminators. Okay. I mean, he wants to get rid of the Djinn, right? I don't see why you would not get rid of the Djinn. I guess you could get rid of the Insectile Aberration instead. Okay, either way, I'm happy. If he gets rid of the Illuminator, I'm even happier. Yeah, I didn't really need that. So, like, frickin' whatever, man. Haughty Djinn into a 1-mana Thirst feels good. Got to discard 2. Let's just drop the Deluges off, which only costs 5 now, which is pretty fun. I was really hoping to draw into some land. Really need that land. I need land more than I need a shore up. Sadly, yeah, I can get 13 in and hold up the shore up, and there's a slip out the back. Slip out the back's not great. It's not so great for me. Okay. Oh no, that one. Just shore up the Haughty Djinn. Land's always good. I mean, who doesn't like a 4-cost Deluge from the graveyard, right? .32 damage, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is how we do. That is how we do. Kind of awkward. I guess we've got Fading Hope on 1, which is kind of good because we're playing second. If you're playing first, Fading Hope on 1's not great because he can play a 1-drop and then it's like, oh, fantastic, you know? I'll need land eventually. I could draw into a Ledger Shredder next turn though. Nope, more land. Really glad I put that on the bottom. What are you gonna do? Play an underdog? Yeah, I figured. Cemetery Illuminator is kind of a nombo with the Haughty Djinn though, because I play this now and then I have to get rid of the Fading Hope, which is super frustrating. It is nice being able to look at the top card of your hand. Also, you should always wait, because I've just exiled your cut down instead of my thing. Always wait. Always wait. Is he playing 5 colours, or is it... No, green, black, red. It's Riveteers, I guess. Haughty Djinn. Slip out the back for protection. Next. Enter. What? He didn't appear to have an instant kill spell. Okay. Let's just boost this. First, get rid of a land. Could deluge. We could deluge it his turn though. Could get another one in. It's a 3/4. It's a good blocker. I don't think he's got any kill spells in hand as well, which is good. I think we just hold the deluge up though. It's maybe not quite aggro-y enough. Because that is certainly an aggressive hand. Next turn we're definitely playing another Haughty Djinn. Haughty, 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 haughty. If you could give them first strike, that would be insane. Like, if you had a good way of giving them first strike, shall I say. They'd be pretty good. Deluge stuff goes in the bottom right. He might kill the Djinn now. We got another one coming. If he kills the Djinn now, I'd be kind of okay with that. Okay, he's drawing. Need more creatures. Always. Haughty Djinn or Thirst? Yep. That feels pretty good. Another Haughty Djinn. Hold up Fading Hope. Swing with a 6/5. Get rid of his frickin' Rhino next turn as well, because 5/3 is a lot of damage. We can actually go block bounce. Okay. He's still got Barda open, which is really frustrating. I guess we block there. Fading Hope the Bankbuster. I know the Deluge is good because it's 2 mana, draw 2 cards. And if we've got both of those free at the minute, he might have a kill spell though. That's the question. Does he have a kill spell? If he doesn't, we've won. If he does, yeah, good game. Deluge. Slip you out the back. Yep. That would be 15 up to 17 up to... I could have deluged again, but there's no point. It would actually have...
Don't need a deluge. Consider's really good with Haughty Djinn, actually, because it goes into graveyard. Hold up Consider again. I've got 3 slip out the backs. Oh my god. That is just so gross. Consider again. Delver would actually be good, because I can play him next turn, hold up, slip out the back. Land next turn would be really useful to next end turn. Boop boop. Can sacrifice an artifact, creature, or enchantment. If you do, each opponent may sacrifice a permanent that shares a card type with it for each opponent. Who doesn't that player loses 2 life and you draw a card. So I lose 2 life and... oh. For each opponent who... oh, okay, yeah, he didn't... I mean, I'm just going to reveal that. Hey, look, I drew a land. Hey, look, I played a land. I guess we could swing in with Delver and shore him up, but I prefer to keep my kill spell prevention. Just that is the end of the sentence. I would prefer to keep my kill spell prevention. Yeah, get your 2/3 and your friggin' wang. Bloody lifelink. What are you gonna do? You gonna sack it? No, my turn. Ugh, reveal land again, I guess. Land. Next. Swing with 4/4. Boom. And turn. Some draw would be nice.
Dire times call for dire tactics.
It's annoying that his toughness doesn't get bigger. Can I actually just slip out the back here as well? Because that way I don't have to sacrifice it. Reasons why slip out the back is great. You could get rid of his Sorin and draw a card and deal 2 damage to me. But like, why would you ever do that, Decline? I guess Illuminator. I get to see what I might be able to play, which is land. Do I have graveyard land in my graveyard? I do not. So get rid of the instant. Delver can go here, which is really good, and you can go here, which is doubly good, and we can hold up a shore up. If he's got another invocation-y thing, what do you call it, Invoke Despair, then we can just sack the Illuminator if we really need to. As well as that, if he just plays stuff, I really want him to just play a lot of things before he attacks, because we can shore up, we can block with the Cemetery Illuminator and then shore up. 2 things. Still got 4 mana left. I don't like that. He's got a Liliana. That's fine. If he goes target player sacrifices, I can get rid of the Cemetery Illuminator. And then, whilst he thinks it's safe to attack, we can shore up the Haughty Djinn, getting rid of his braids. I'm pretty sure he's played a land, which is nice. Let's just shore you up. Burp. Bye-bye, braids. Goodbye. Decline. I can play that and then Deluge. It's only 11 damage in, and deluging doesn't really get me very far. You go there, you go there.
swing. We might as well deluge when I know more about what's happening. Opponent might just go, oh hey, he's out of cards now, and just kill spellers, which is fair enough. We still get to deluge for 2 more cards. If he 6, 7, if he hooks for 5, that's kind of okay with us. Again, we can deluge to get more creatures out. He might only have another Liliana though. This thing. You see, that's why we didn't deluge, because he could have made us discard stuff. Is he searching for target creature card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control? Is that going to be a braid? Maybe? Maybe a braid? Creature. What creatures does he even have down here? Just the braids, right? So he doesn't even have to choose there, really. Yeah, it's a braids. Okay. We got a deluge now, though. Sadly. 2 of these into my hand. Now, those are options. I guess Thirst is good because it lets us draw into stuff, and we've got plenty of land going at the minute. Double Thirst is kind of awkward. Is it going to be a Ledger Shredder? I don't know what the right option was there. I just hope that this transforms. I really, really want this to transform. Decline. Yes. That's like the best thing that could have happened to us. Let's just get rid of the braids. What's that cost 2? A good game. He still might have won. Well, I played the Ledger. I shouldn't have played the Fading Hope. I should have just played the Ledger Shredder and then Thirsted, and then maybe had 1 mana left. Oh no, he would have died. I forgot that he lost 2 from the Grasp. Sometimes Grasp really, really sucks. Kind of an awkward hand. If that was a I guess we've got the Fading Hope. Legendary Nile. You know, fun fact about me, I almost never look to see whether opponent is going first or not. Delver and Fading Hope's pretty good. Plays a kill spell where you actually bounce the Delver, which is good fun. Okay. We can Fading Hope the Goblin as well. Yeah, let's do it. Frick it. Friggin' token. Land's good. Land is good. Decline. I'll swing. Do we draw or do we play an Illuminator? 4 cards left. Choices. I guess we go with an Illuminator and sadly get rid of our Fading Hope. But we've got a Deluge for Delver next turn, so either way we've got a 3-2 or a 2-3 with flying. Lisa. The world's most annoying card. Playing black, white, red. I really want to win this game now. Reveal. Landsy lands. We could Deluge. We could Thirst instead. Ooh, choices. Getting 5 damage in and being able to exile that forever is pretty good. Plus we get to play this and get rid of his other creature. So we can play double the amount of creatures every turn. Plus it means I can block his Goblin Shaman token. Let's forget that that's a Shaman. Shaman's a weird type that you don't see that often. He's getting rid of his Archangel of Wrath. Gotta have a hook, right? Hook for 3 feels really good for him. Like, really good for him. Okay. -2 me.
Enough with the mysteries. I've come for answers.
Resolve and get rid of Delver.
One of your friends has to leave.
It might have been better to get rid of the Illuminator, to be fair, to attacks. I guess we slip out the back this one because it's got 2 things on it. It just like gives me more options. Draw 3. Decline. I'll get rid of a Defiler of Dreams, which I don't need, and a Deluge because I've got 2 of those. Just gives me a few more options. Let's go with one of you. You can go over here, and you can go up here. Get rid of one of you. Get rid of one of you.
More fun when they hit back.
Again, hook for 3 feels really good. Okay. He's gonna do 2 twice to there. That's fair. I guess. I'd quite like that not to be a Memory Deluge. I need to get rid of that Archangel of Wrath. I need to get rid of it quick, really. Ugh, friggin', I could play the djiin. Play the djiin and a Thirst. Should have maybe played Defiler, to be fair. I get a Connive as well. Wonder what he's got hiding in there. Probably a Cut Down. I could get rid of Delver. I'm gonna get rid of a Deluge, so he gets buffed up. I'm gonna discard a land, which is always nice. I could just Fading Hope it, but then it comes back and he gets to kicker it again. And get rid of my haughty djiin. Can't swing in at the minute. I guess we just hold Fading Hope up. No attacks, end turn. Hoping that he swings with the Archangel of Wrath. He's gonna... that's clever. That's really clever. I can get rid of one of them. It's not that good. I might as well bounce one of my things if I'm doing it that way. Only got 6 mana cooking at the minute. He's got 7. But I've got a lot more cards in my hand, potentially. Deluge, deluge, deluge. Wedding Announcement's fine, I guess. Double Wedding Announcement. That's really nice. Thank you. That's doubly nice, thank you. I guess we'll get rid of Delver, because we might be deluging. It's a 3/5 now. That's a fun little trick, in it. Do I want to Fading Hope anything? I could Fading Hope his Archangel of Wrath. That would actually be pretty good for me, I guess. He's got 1 black mana held open. Consider. Put that into graveyard. Draw into Land is good, I guess. Just draw into some stuff. We get to connive. Get rid of the Defiler of Dreams. 2 of them into hand. To give you +1/+1 until end of turn. 8, 12. I think that was just enough there. Just going ham. 15, so that's 8 + 4, that's 12. +2, that's 14, +1, that's 15, so we had him there. We were about to slip out the back as well, which would have given us a grand total of 16 damage. We also had an inspired idea that I didn't actually see that I could have played and should have played instead. But, hey-oh.
Hello all, Bouncy Bear here again for the post-game wrap. In summary, this deck's really fun to play. There's a little bit that you could probably change. I'm guessing that you could probably play this deck with about 4 wild cards, maybe, if you really wanted to. I might put up a deck list for that, actually. In fact, I might record a different version for tomorrow as well, because, hey, I'm sick. Why not give the masses 3 videos this week instead of just 2? But there you go. I've had a lot of fun playing this deck. It's really just fun to just nope, lol, your opponent's stuff sometimes. This isn't tier 1 by any means. This is maybe like low tier 2, high tier 3, I think. I think this could definitely get you up to platinum if you played it enough. I think this isn't getting me up to diamond. Or, again, unless I play it just non-stop. I think it would probably have like a 51% win rate at platinum, which just isn't quite high enough. But yeah, it's good fun with playing around with Slip Out the Back, Shore Up, etc, etc, etc. You could probably take the Cemetery Illuminator out. It is really, really handy to know what your next card is, especially when you're running Delver, just to know stuff that your opponent doesn't. Being able to cast off the top is sometimes useful. It's not that often you get this to ping off, though, which is why I think you could probably just take this out. Inspired Idea is great. That would be staying in. Thirst for Discovery is just great. It's just great. It's kind of awkward when you need land, but you don't need land that often. You could probably run this on 22 land and it would be happy. Defiler of Dreams is good when you get it out, but for 5 mana it's so costly in this deck. I'd probably take that out. Memory Deluge is really good for 4. If you have 2 Haughty Djinns out, it's just 2 mana, draw 2 cards, which is also really good, but isn't as good as, say, 4 mana, pick 2. It's weird. Vesuvian Diplomancy would just be, hey, whatever. I think you could probably run up another Shore Up. I think running 3 Fading Hope, 3 Shore Up, 3 Slip Out the Backs is probably a good metric to be on here. I don't really know what else I would run with this, though. Otherworldly Gaze would be kind of banter, because you get to put stuff into your graveyard, which with Haughty Djinn's really good, but you don't actually draw anything with it, which is kind of annoying. Being able to stack your deck with Delver's pretty good, though, so that could certainly go in. I'm trying to think what else would go. I was debating using this new card, but it's just not great. It's fun. It's just not great. You need to be running mono blue with it. It's 2 mana for a 2/3, which is like, okay. Your opponent gets to draw, and then his stuff costs 2 more, and then he's got a chance to kill this before you even feel the effects of being able to draw 1 additional card a turn, and make stuff cost 2 more to cast, which is like just not useful at all. I mean,
It's okay. It's just all okay. I don't really know what else I would put in here without looking. Fairy Vandal we were looking at and going, that could go in. Again, we need another 2-cost thing. Maybe Impulse instead of stuff. Make Disappear would actually be pretty good. Malevolent Hermit would be pretty good. Negate would be pretty good. There is all sorts of stuff that would go in here in Monoblue, and not all of it is rare or even uncommon. But yeah, if you're running this and you don't have that many rares spare, Haughty Djinn, 4 of those. Have 4 Haughty Djinn. If you've got the uncommons, craft 4 Delvers. If I was running the budget version, I would leave this as is. That's all commons and uncommons. So like half the deck is commons and uncommons. Thirst for Discovery is uncommon. If I was running the budget version of this deck, you would go... I'd leave that as is. Delver, Leisure Shredder, Haughty Djinn. So that's only 6 rare wild cards, which isn't that much. Chances are you've probably got 2 of these lying around. I'd say your first port of call would be the Haughty Djinns. Again, if you're running uncommons with it as well, you can run Fairy Vandal instead of the Defiler. You can run Malevolent Hermit, but he's a rare. What else have we got going on in uncommon blue that's good? You could probably run Storm Chaser Drake as well. Try to think of like uncommon stuff that would be good in here. There's not a whole bunch. But yeah, then just fill it with draw stuff, really. Draw stuff and protection stuff, however much of it you have. And you will be happy with this deck. It will be happy, fun times for you. On the higher end as well, you could be running Big Old Dragon Boy. You could run Sphinx of Clear Skies. You could probably actually run Juno the Fountain as well if you've got some of those. But just 6 mana for this is just not great. But yeah, Sludge Monster's good. And basically any of the high cost stuff with flying's good. I should be running March in here as well, actually. Syncopate's good as well in here. There's a lot in blue that's low cost that's actually quite good in here. Like Tolarian Terror. I've seen a couple of decks that are similar to this using Tolarian Terror as well. That's always good fun. Jinkataxis you could run in here, but like why bother? But yeah, I think that this would be a pretty good deck too. It's kind of creature heavy. There's not as many instants, but hey, it works. Anyway, if you've enjoyed watching me being a little bit ill recording this video for you, then please leave a like and share and subscribe it to me. Yes, I speak England. If you've enjoyed the video, please do remember to like it though. I hope you all have a beautiful day, and ciao for now.